Lee, a heavy defeat away at Warrington Rylands this afternoon. Do you feel the red card was the difference in today's game?
I don't know, it's tough to talk about, and obviously it's had an impact, but the red card and a penalty, but they've gone and missed a penalty, and then we've had a chance to regroup, but then I think mistakes have made it easy for them, and they took the chances. I thought we started the game well. We were doing okay in certain areas. There weren't much between the two sides, but then, like you say, the red cards, he's got in behind. I think George got the wrong side anyway, which is an error by him, and he's probably left the ref no choice really. I thought, to give a penalty and a red card, I weren't sure, he could do that, but the referee's made his mind up and that's it. But then you've still got to regroup with the 10 men and and try and bank in and make it tough for the opponent to break you down. But the credit to them, they kept the ball well, they made us work and exploited us where they could, and the scoreline probably doesn't flatter them, because I thought we were shocking in terms of what we tried to. I know it's been the right time. We have tried to regroup, and I've explained that where I wanted them. We tried to set up the formation to do with the 10 players that we've had on the pitch, and it just hasn't worked. And we've been pulled all over the shop again, and criminal really. I mean, mistakes again have contributed to what's gone on there, and I don't like to say that the lads down tools, because there was a bit of effort there, but there weren't maximum effort, and it was just like we were already beaten. We were playing beaten, and that was the hardest thing to see for me really.
What's the atmosphere like in the dressing room?
Yeah, it's down because of the manner of the defeat, and and I've heard everyone say, it didn't help going down to 10 men, but the fact that we went down to 10 men, we still could have made it more harder for them, and we never, and they've exploited us, like I've just said, and it's down to me to pick them up, you know what I mean? But he picks me up, do you know what I mean? I'm devastated myself. I don't think I've been done by 8 goals, but it's football. I don't really know what to say, to be honest with you. I'm gutted.
And looking forward, obviously a home game again next week against Clitheroe, again a team that's sort of up and around the playoffs. What's it going to be in training this week to turn everything around?
We'll need to try and find some centre halves and quick, don't we? He's going to be banned. We lost Will, but Will weren't our player anyway, so it's going to be a tough week this week. For myself, it's going to test myself, and to have a look at again what I've got. You think you've turned a corner, and then all of a sudden, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and I'll go this week, and I'll work hard this week, and I'll ask the players to do the same, and we'll see where we're at come Saturday.
Luke, any questions?
Yeah, when we went down to 10 men, we saw you put Captain Kennedy at the back. Was there any more formation or tactics that you were going through your head that that you thought could change the game?
Not really, because it's a centre half that's being sent off. Obviously, I had Martin Parker on the bench. I could have threw Codge in there. Warren had said that Codge played there, but I trust TK, and TK took the responsibility himself as a captain, and I've trusted him to go in there, and I thought he'd done okay. Obviously he's made an error for their goal, which he's held his hands up, but we've still been punished for it. But again, it's how we overcome that. So as I say, I trusted him really. Half time it was just more taking. I suppose with having Murph and Hugo on the pitch at the same time as well, when we went down to 10 men, the balance was all wrong as well. But again, I didn't want to make too many changes, and I thought Murph's work rate was outstanding throughout the game really. So I knew keeping him on there it would be a benefit to us. But obviously I haven't foreseen that coming the end result. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And when it got to half time and it was 3-0, what was the message to the lads to go out there? Was it confidence, or was it more of being more tactical and stay composed?
No, but we spoke about the composure. We spoke about staying disciplined and try not let it get any more. I did say to the lads, keep the score as it is, and we will try and nick one. If we get one off a set piece or something, it might get us back in the game, but we can't concede, and we can't default from our shape. We need to stay banked and compact, and we never. I thought the discipline was shocking. I thought the decision making was shocking, and it contributed to what come. So yeah, there's no excuses there for me. I think we were, it was part of our own downfall, some of the decisions that were made, and it cost us goals.
Well, one thing you could pick out from the game really is that even with a big scoreline, there was still the attitude to try and push up, try and get goals. And does that show what Ramsbottom are around, with the attitude to go on, push on, especially where they are in the league, and is the determination to get into the playoffs?
Yeah, well, that's our goal anyway. That's where I want to be. I don't want to be a team that just sits in the league and we're flipping about. I want us to go. And I've learned harsh lessons against Boogle, against Runcorn, where we've been in sort of in the game and I've gone for it at 1-0, and I've learned harsh lessons. Today, I do want to see us attacking, and I think, but I didn't want us to attack today, but I think they just sort of automatically done it themselves, the lads. I wanted us to stay compact and banked in, and deal with the threat when it come. But I thought we just, as I said, this discipline just let us down, and I think the tracking back, the effort, the work rate, it weren't there at all when we're getting beaten, and again, like I've just said there, it has contributed to it. But yeah, as I say, I like just to try. But when you've got like one lad up there on his own, it's hard to get in there, because once they get the ball, they were good when they had the ball as well. It weren't just so much that we were that bad. They exploited us well, and I thought, credit to them, because they didn't take the foot off the gas. They absolutely went for us and played their own game really. So again, it's credit to them, and but we did contribute to our own downfall.
Cheers, Lee.